Right. Okay. So
We got a special
context for this
episode.
one, right? So I don't know if I'm giving too much gravitas to that, but this podcast would not exist without 8-Ball. Because the only reason why I pitched it to Tom in the first place is because I looked on marvel.com/characters one day.
Yeah.
And I saw my first page, right? And it's 3D Man and 8-Ball. And I was like, these are two of the dumbest fucking things I've ever seen in my life. Imagine if, like, the MCU did a pitch for it. That would be stupid.
Yes.
Right? Anyway,
Completely
we're going to go do a
stupid.
pitch for 8-Ball. And,
Yes.
and one day, maybe we'll do a pitch. Perhaps.
Perhaps.
Oh, this is season 3, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Welcome to season 3.
We've just come from a parallel universe or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, scary that.
Yeah.
It was quite scary.
Anyway, 8-Ball.
Right, could you tell me what the fuck 8-Ball is?
I actually don't know. That's the best bit about it.
Oh.
All I know about 8-Ball, before we get into it,
Yeah.
I know that he's a guy.
Mm.
I think he's related to gambling, and he's hung out with Moon Knight a couple of times.
Interesting.
That's it. Oh, also, I think he uses a pool cue as a weapon.
That's fucking awesome. Okay.
Okay, right. What we got here? Jeff Hagges was once a designer of a missile propulsion systems for a defense contractor. To cope with the stress of his job, he turned to gambling, losing thousands in pool rooms.
Interesting. I didn't know you could gamble on pool, but I mean, you can gamble on anything.
I don't get it either, but this is beautiful. When he fell into some serious financial jeopardy, his employers took notice of his gambling problem and fired him, fearing he was selling defense secrets to pay his debts. Furious, he designed the costumed identity of 8-Ball. He based his custom pool cue on the propulsion system to work. And then he organized a gang of henchmen and went on a crime spree in New York City to make his fortune. He's encountered many heroes in his time, ranging from Sleepwalker to She-Hulk to the Avengers, many of which ended with 8-Ball's incarceration. However, his biggest mistake was when he decided to pull a heist with 3 partners, Freezerburn, Humbug, and Whirlwind, to rob the publishing mogul Riccadonna. Unaware, Riccadonna was really an up-and-coming crime figure and had a lot of connections. 8-Ball and company inadvertently stole one-of-a-kind microchip worth billions, and she would do anything to get it back. When Misty Knight and Colleen Wing came looking for him because of a warrant on his arrest, 8-Ball told them he stole to pay for his elderly grandmother's nursing home. So he's just fucking lying.
Yeah.
He's just got gambling problems, and he's like, "Yeah, my grandmother, she's in a care home. That's why I need the money."
My God, this is weird.
It's so wild that like 8-Ball is then like
yeah.
a social deviant with missile propulsion technology.
Right.
Anyway.
So, I don't really know what to do.
Hold on. Wait, I'm not done, apparently. That story may have slightly tugged at their heartstrings, but Riccadonna hired the Wrecker to take him out, which he did by blowing up the car he was in. So he's dead.
In canon, yeah.
That's actually quite rare for Marvel.
To be like,
is a character that's dead. That man's dead.
And we won't be killing him off here.
Are we not?
I'd like him to be alive.
Oh, you want him alive for Secret Wars?
Yes, I do. Because it's stupid.
What if we do a Daredevil on him?
What do you mean?
Where at the end he gets blown up and he dies, but he doesn't actually die. He gets reincarnated.
Sorry, could you read the identity bit on the side of that?
Scred.
It doesn't say secret. It just says Scret.
I love that because he lied about his grandmother, his known relatives is unidentified grandmother.
Yeah.
Group affiliation, the Sinister Six?
I have...
Education, advanced degree in engineering?
Well, yeah.
It's so funny where it's just like, and here's my diploma.
Yeah.
I am able.
I have an idea.
Go on. What's the idea?
Which is that it's still an 8-Ball movie.
Right.
But the antagonist of the piece is like Spider-Man.
Interesting. I we're going to consult
the 8-ball.
So, audience listeners, I have a little gimmick for this one. Every time one of us comes up with an idea, good, bad, shit idea, we're going to consult the 8-ball to confirm whether the idea is good or not. So, Spider-Man being in this movie? Without a doubt.
Yay!
Without a doubt.
Yay!
Okay, fascinating.
Yay!
Okay, Spider-Man. That's so funny. I thought I was going to break your heart with an 8-ball.
You will do. You need to write. I think you should write down.
I'm writing down Spider-Man.
Spider-Man ? And then I want
Spider-Man ? And then yes.
I know. I want verbatim what it says each time.
Without a doubt.
This is the best gimmick we have since the 55 acts or whatever.
Do you know what would really? Do you know what would really grind at people's gears?
Yeah.
So there's the new Spider-Man movie coming out. No one knows what it's about.
Is that so you're saying
8-ball is the antagonist of the Spider-Man movie?
You're saying that Spider-Man
suddenly 8-ball becomes the Spider-Man movie.
Spider-Man Brand New Day is
about 8-ball. And it's about 8-ball having a brand new day at being a hero once again.
Okay, let's consult the thing to see whether or not that's the case.
The reply is no. Never mind. It's
so
not Spider-Man.
Write that down. So write Brand New Day.
Spider-Man 4.
My reply is no. Thank you, 8-ball. You saved us. Oh, great and powerful.
Fuck! It's got an agenda. The 8-ball's got an agenda.
Okay. So I am seeing. We're gonna have to. We can't do this for every single. Can we? This will be insufferable to listen to.
Is it insufferable to listen to? Ask again later.
Okay, I'll ask again later. I'll ask at the end.
Okay.
We'll ask.
Right.
Write that down.
I'm not writing.
Yes. You
down.
write that down right now. Is this insufferable to listen to? The reply is ask again later.
Insufferable.
That way, when we go back through the list, we know to come back to it.
Ask later.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
So,
right.
Where should we have that 8-ball works before he's 8-ball?
Ooh, we bring it back to the Reptile episode.
Hammer Tech.
Yeah.
He's a Hammer Tech man, okay.
We say he's a Hammer Tech man.
Mm.
And that Justin Hammer fires him because of the gambling problems.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, and what we do is we maybe have him start in a really similar way. So it's just like, it's a little bit of a nod to the intro sequence in Iron Man 1 with Tony Stark like gambling away in Las Vegas and then getting deployed.
Yeah, it's
kind of like this guy who is actually like a really low-level engineer who is a government contractor for Hammer Tech, thinking like, yeah, I'm a playboy, just like Iron Man. Yeah. And he's like some middle management at best engineer that just happens to work for a rival company to Tony Stark's.
I'm thinking that this opening should feel like...
Do we make this set in the past?
Oh.
Hold on, we've got to confirm some things. I think we've got to confirm, does he work for Hammer Tech?
Does he work for Hammer Tech?
Right, 8-ball. Oh. Without a doubt. Okay.
Right, get that down.
Write that down.
So he does work for Hammer Tech, that's good. And then, is this set in the past?
Most likely.
Okay. I hear most likely, and I think it is, but it's not so far in the past that it's like Iron Man 1.
I think what that means, pre-Endgame.
Yes.
So Iron Man is alive, and is someone that you can compare yourself to in that way. Kind of like, this is a contemporary hero. This isn't like a martyred hero, this is a contemporary hero.
So...
And he's like, man, he's like one of the few people in the world where like Tony Stark is like this billionaire who is now like a paragon of good and is like created like green energy and like actively saves the day as a heroic figure.
Yeah.
And then 8-ball is like this guy that's like, man, he fell off. He was really good when he was a defense contractor and a gambler. He used to be a playboy, and now he works with the goody two shoes. I hate him. 8-ball, is that? Do we have him respect Tony Stark, but only before he had a redemption arc?
Yeah.
8-ball, what do you think? Don't count on it. Okay.
Okay,
We're
maybe
reaching
not.
with that. We're
Maybe
reaching
not.
with that.
So then from there, I think perhaps he's not affiliated with Tony Stark. Like it's more of a neat cinematic parallel than it is a thematic one.
Sure, yeah.
I think that we open on him. I think he's working with Hammer Tech, but he's trying to work on stuff that can rival what the alien tech.
Yeah, he heard about the alien tech, and he heard about that really weird dinosaur tech from that one time.
Yeah.
And then he's like, yeah, stuff like
that. And the job has become more stressful because the demand
has to one up.
The demand is way more impossible. It's not. You can't
like,
just coast
just because he has a degree in engineering doesn't mean he can then magically like conjure up next level.
You can't just coast
tech.
on making the missile that you make for this year is a bit bigger than the one last year or whatever.
Oh, it's kind of a story about like human ingenuity being replaced by something that they can't compete with.
Yes.
Much like humans in AI.
Yes.
But so it's like he's giving a pitch to Justin Hammer about like the new missile system, and then Justin Hammer over the prison phone because he's still in prison. Is like, yeah, but it's not alien tech, is it? I can just pick up a random piece of alien tech from New York and work on that.
No one's going to buy that from us anymore. No one's buying this.
Yeah.
No one's buying.
Yeah. No one likes missiles. Missiles are old school.
Yeah. I want laser. Rockets.
Right, so 8-Ball competing with
alien tech.
With alien tech. 8-Ball, what do you think? Very doubtful.
Okay.
Fuck.
This is
a good idea. No.
No. Okay. So maybe it doesn't matter what type of work he does. Maybe we're thinking too complicated about it. And it's
almost known as you don't want to sacrifice your good ideas to the altar of 8-Ball.
It's as simple. No, I'm sacrificing. I'm throwing it out. But I'm saying that it's as simple as man likes gambling. Man is also engineer. His boss is completely fucking unreasonable.
Yeah.
What he does in his private life as a fucking gambling connoisseur is none of his boss's business.
That adds an extra level to it because it's like, am I really going to be lectured on like workplace
ethics from the guy that's in fucking prison?
Yeah.
Yes. And then he's fired.
What do you think about that, 8-Ball?
Please.
Yes, definitely.
Oh, thank God.
Okay. Lectured on ethics, yes.
So I think, again, it's more of a thing.
He hates the system because the system is hypocritical.
Yeah. Doesn't let him gamble. What's next? Drink driving?
Wait, hold on. This shouldn't be a mirror of Iron Man 1. This should be a mirror of Uncut Gems.
Exactly. This is Uncut Gems in the MCU.
Yeah. 8-Ball, is this Uncut Gems? My sources say no.
Well, no, it's not Uncut Gems. It's 8-Ball.
You're so right.
Yeah.
You're so right.
It's 8-Ball. Yeah.
8-Ball, does this
loophole work? Does this loophole work, 8-Ball?
My sources, no!
Oh man, it really it's listening to us.
Do you know what this feels like? This feels like when people go on Twitter and say, Grok, is this true?
Yeah.
Honestly, this has more validity. At least 8-Ball isn't saying, actually, it's white genocide.
Yeah.
When, like...
someone rewrote my programming to make me lie. Sorry. What?
What?
Forget what you saw. Oh my God.
Fucking hell. So it's not Uncut Gems.
Uncut
We
Gems.
can't make this Uncut Gems. That's so sad.
Because that would have been perfect.
That's rough. That would have been great.
I suppose the thing is that like the only...
That would have been 80% of the work is we just copy someone else's formula.
Yeah.
Oh no.
What are we going to do?
What are we going to do?
Right.
Think. Oh.
All right. What other films are there that have gambling in them?
That's a great question. Casino Royale, right?
Yeah, but like,
not that I've seen much of Casino Royale.
Wait a minute.
That's really funny.
Wait a minute. The Casino Royale bit, but it's the whole gambling like playing poker bit.
Where it's like
you see, Mr. Bond, I have five
that are hungry.
Yeah,
Yes.
As you can see, Mr. Bond, my hippos are far more famished than yours. But like, it's that, but they're playing pool.
Oh.
He's at the high stakes pool table.
High stakes pool table. 8 Ball, yes or no? Without a doubt.
Oh, yes.
Without a doubt. We're so back.
We are. I'm glad. I'm very glad.
Without a doubt.
I think this starts with him actually winning at the beginning.
Right.
He wins and he comes in all into work the next day, all happy and excited. I just won like $500,000.
He has a little like VO being like, my name is Jeff
Borat.
Hagee. I'm not going for a Borat. It's more like a cocky, overconfident, zealous. Oh, he would play. You know what? Let's waste a bunch of 8 Ball questions on who should play.
Unless it says yes first time, then with. So we need
you need someone.
Adam Sandler.
I don't know if Adam Sandler's good. Adam Sandler is up
Jonah
there,
Hill.
but Jonah Hill is also up there. But who I was, Wolf of Wall Street.
No,
as a model for things, it could be interesting.
Yeah,
but I was gonna say the guy from. I think we've already cast him in something else, but the guy from Always Sunny, Dennis.
Who did we cast him as?
Or Charlie Day. Actually, Charlie Day as 8 Ball would be a really interesting choice.
No, we didn't cast. We were about to cast Dennis, and then we casted
Danny DeVito for the MIDI of time.
Yeah.
I love how like name a time where we haven't just said Danny DeVito could do that.
Right, if we look at the cast of It's Always Sunny,
right,
I think any of the 3 main leads could do it. That being Charlie, Mac, and Dennis, because as we all know, women don't gamble.
Right,
and Danny DeVito is too small to
so
use slot machines.
We got Charlie Day as Charlie Kelly. We've got Rob Macklemore.
Rob Macklemore.
Yeah, Rob Macklemore as Mac. And then we got Glenn Howerton as Dennis Reynolds.
See, I think Glenn Howerton comes across as the I've just seen him in Fargo.
Right.
And he's very good at the
he's in the Blackberry movie as well. I need to watch the Blackberry
he's
movie.
very good as a slimy, kind of pathetic man.
But that's what 8 Ball is, surely. Because they're if we're looking at 8 Ball later down in the comics, his whole thing is being this pathetic, E-lister.
So I think 8 Ball. What do you think of Glenn Howerton?
Yeah, what do you think of Glenn Howerton, 8 Ball? Cannot predict now.
Oh.
It's all right. So Glenn Howerton cannot predict now.
Yeah.
We'll leave it ambiguous on who the casting is for a bit.
Yes. Maybe we won't get back around to it. Because he didn't say come back later. He said he can't predict now. Well, maybe you can't predict it till the movie's made. Or till we ask him.
What? You're going to write the movie before you cast
what kind of insane backwards world is this?
Right.
Yes. So I think he comes back from the high of having won quite a bit of money. But I think his job actually pays him decently.
Oh, we basically just have a sequence of him riding a massive high, having you know what? I don't think it's Las Vegas as well that he's at.
No, it's
I think it's Salt Lake City. No, not Salt Lake City. Atlantic City.
Atlantic City, yeah.
Yeah. So he's just in Atlantic City or something, and then he's like, yeah, I'm the coolest person around. I'm winning loads of money. Yeah. And then you go to his day job, and it's the dullest thing. It is the most middle management. You know what? It should evoke the office scenes. No, not quite Fight Club. Not a good movie. I'm going to ask 8 Ball about this. Should it evoke the feeling of the office scenes in Transformers 3?
You're so right.
I feel like that's the feeling, that the emotional level that we're at for this kind of movie is yes, we need what's his face, that Asian comedian, to just shout a bunch of random shit.
It
is Ken something. Who's to say? Anyway, what do you think, 8 Ball? Transformers 3? It is decidedly so.
Okay, so it's being in this bizarre working world with a bunch of rules that don't quite make sense because it's Hammer Tech, and Hammer Tech is made by a moron.
Yes,
and one of the rules is that if you gamble, It's like
okay. You know what? I think this should be because the Mandarin special. When was that in phases?
that happens just. I mean, that happens just after Iron. That's phase 2.
So phase 2, right? Because that is just after Iron Man.
Yeah,
okay.
after Iron Man 3. Yeah,
right. By phase 4, so if we don't have to do the Iron Man still alive thing. So this can be phase 5, phase 6.
Yeah,
but I think Justin Hammer should be out of prison. He just has to wear an ankle monitor.
Yeah.
Should we consult 8-Ball?
Yeah, I
Justin
think so.
Hammer, 8-Ball. I was about to say 8-Ball monitor. Ankle monitor. Without a doubt. Okay, so
brilliant.
Justin Hammer is there, and he is out of jail now.
Yes.
Definitively. Do you know what this also means?
What?
We can have Justin Hammer in the final
In the
epic
fight
finale. He just has to wear an ankle monitor.
I think the fight is as stupid as like he's trying to take his ankle. He's trying to break his ankle monitor to send him back to prison.
Oh, what? So that they go. Oh, right. He's trying to call up backup by breaking his ankle monitor.
Yeah,
that's so stupid. Okay, we can do that. We can do that later.
So yeah. So as I was saying, he comes in to work.
Mm-hmm.
He's just come back from his weekend trip.
Right.
He's won quite a bit of money.
Yeah.
And somebody rats him out in the office, and
I wouldn't say quite a bit of money though.
I don't know.
I would say like he's won 10k.
Yeah,
because 10k is like it's a lot, but it is not like transformative. Like it is not like he still very much needs his job.
Yeah.
It's still like, oh my god, like if one of us won 10k tomorrow, we'd be like, yes, that is an amazing high to get, but that is not like, that's not like the next 5 to 10 years of my life sorted through 10k.
No.
So what, he immediately gets ratted out at work.
Yeah, and they have this, and the work has this bizarre policy that's like no gambling.
I would say maybe not quite that direct A to B. I would say maybe it's Justin Hammer, or like the people around the office notice that he's looking dead because he has just been partying for an entire weekend.
Yeah.
And then it is, why are you looking dead?
Yeah.
Oh, it's because he was winning money at Atlantic City. And then Justin Hammer doing that thing that he does in Iron Man 2 where it's like basically being good cop and bad cop at the exact same time, being like, man, I love the hustle that you're doing there, but
you can do it somewhere else. You can do it somewhere else.
Yeah.
Oh, you think you can magically get money instead of earning it? Leave.
But it's also like, yeah, man. It's kind of like he's literally playing both sides, where he's like,
yeah,
I would do that too, but we can't tolerate this.
Yeah.
What do you think? What do you think, Grok? Okay. Decidedly so.
Okay, this is good.
Okay. Hungover, fired.
So he gets fired.
And then, like, during that argument, it is coming up. It's like, how are you giving these judgment calls to me?
Yeah.
You are literally wearing an ankle monitor. You betrayed the US government in the past.
And then I think what we can, he goes home, and he's in a shitty little apartment.
Yes.
And all he's got is
10k to bet 10K. Again.
No, 10k to buy the materials to create the 8-Ball costume and the pool cue.
I think we can't go straight to that.
Okay.
Also, actually, wait. I've looked up 8-Ball images, right?
Yeah. I
want to show you some things, right? Because there are some absolutely insane images for 8-Ball. Audience listeners, I will describe this image in a bit. Hold on.
Is he right?
Bro's right. So because he's from like propulsion missile systems, he in the comics,
he's like BB-8ing a giant 8-Ball.
Yeah, like in the comics, he has previously like ridden a massive 8-Ball.
Interesting.
Which I don't get mechanically, because surely you would get flattened by your own 8-Ball if you were propelled by a ball.
No, I think he's running
in the air.
I think he's on the top of it, running backwards to make it roll forwards.
What?
Right. So when a ball rolls this way,
You're going to explain the laws of physics to me, and then I'm going to ask 8-Ball if the laws of physics are true. It's going to be great.
When a ball rolls this way, you have to kick your legs backwards to make the ball roll forwards.
So he's kind of being like, whoa!
Yeah, so I think he's like balancing on the. It's like a unicycle from all directions.
It's like Captain Jack Sparrow.
It's like how BB-8 works.
Sure. Or Captain Jack Sparrow in that one the scene with the thing.
So
with the mill.
Maybe he's like, oh, fine, I can do this, and he goes back to gambling, and he goes to like local betting shop.
No, you know what? While Justin Hammer is like kicking him out, he's also like, hey man, maybe this is a blessing for you. Maybe you should really stick with the gambling thing. And it's more that Justin Hammer is just seeing if he can fuck around with someone enough that they bankrupt themselves.
Yeah.
Grok, is this true? I need to stop saying Grok, is this true? No. But it's just funny. Yes.
That's the simplest answer we've gotten so far.
Okay. So goes back to gambling because of Justin Hammer.
Very nice. Very, very curious.
Interesting. Right, okay. So the story so far that we have had is literally just that a man has had a nice weekend and then has been fired. And then is just going to gamble again. And
then we need to okay, so how does he get
do you know what I'm gonna do for us?
What?
I'm gonna put a 5-act structure somewhere near me so that while we're doing this we can vaguely get to an ending that makes sense. So we got to think.
Sorry about that. Hold on 1 sec.
Can't believe this.
There we go. So I yawned.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Audience listeners, he yawned.
Yeah, I did.
He tried to hide it as well.
No.
He's still trying to. He's censoring me. No. He's censoring me.
No, the 8-Ball will censor
8-Ball,
you.
is he censoring me? Most likely.
Yeah.
All right, hear that, audience listeners, when he does the edit later.
Yeah.
Most likely.
Yeah.
He's going to remove this as well. It's going to be disgusting. Right, but we should get a 5-act, right?
Okay.
So we should get
well, it's still Act 1, clearly.
Yeah, this is all Act 1. So we're still in setup.
And then you move on to 2.
Every 8-Ball.
Every 8-Ball has 5 parts or
5
acts.
Structures. 5 acts. Every 8-Ball has a 5-act structure. So you have setup, then you have a rising action, and then I believe it is
the Prestige. It's Act 3.
It might be confrontation at that point, or is it like it's setup, confrontation?
No, you're the writer.
Hold on. Let me Google 5 acts.
Cheating. How do you not know?
How do I not know? See, here's the thing with your laptop, right? Is that you aren't
looking this up enough.
Looking this up constantly.
You shouldn't. You should only have to look this up once and then commit it to memory.
Yeah, and then commit it to memory completely. Right. So we should have an exposition, a rising action, a climax, a falling action, a resolution.
Right.
And for me, I feel like the way that we can think about this mentally is we're so back, it's so over. We're so back, it's so over.
Exactly.
Oh, we're so back.
Which is
at the end of the day,
that's
uncut gems.
That's the structure. That's the entire structure of the Endgame final battle. By the way, if you rewatch the final battle of Endgame,
we're so back, it's so over.
It's the whole thing is written as, oh my god, Captain America's picked up Mjolnir. Oh my god, he just got his ass handed to him. Oh my god, everyone's arrived.
Yeah.
Oh my god, everyone's getting their ass handed to them.
Yeah.
Oh my god, like Wanda's about to win. Oh my god, he's firing all the rockets at the place.
Yeah.
Oh my god, Captain Marvel's just come in. Oh my god, Spider-Man still has the fucking hand thing. Oh my god, all the women have come to save Spider-Man. Oh my god, Thanos just blew up he blew up the glass ceiling. That too.
Yeah, and Thanos blew up the glass ceiling.
Thanos just blew up the car. Oh my god, we can still save us from thing. Oh my god, Thanos has just almost grabbed the gauntlet. Oh my god, Iron Man has the gauntlet. Oh my god,
he's fucking dead.
He's fucking dead. Oh my god.
A funeral. It's so back.
Oh my god! No, it's more like then it stays sad for a bit, and then it's like, oh my god, there's a new Captain America. Oh my god, the old Captain America's dead. Yeah, that was great.
Anyway,
yeah,
I guess you can describe all films in that way.
Well, no, because like I think you look at the.
I think you could say we're so back, it's so over.
No,
we're so
but
back,
I
it's
think
so
no,
over.
but when you
if we want to boil it down,
when you rewatch that movie, it's very like Infinity War is not does not feel the same. It's not very up and down. Infinity War is
they team up again. We're so back.
Yeah, but
and then it is a whole movie of maybe it's over. Oh, it's so over.
Yeah, no, but yeah, that's what I'm saying. Infinity War is each time Thanos gets the Infinity Stone, it's getting so over, and then it's never we're so back. There's only two.
There's never a we're
so back. There's only two we're so back moments. There's the we're so back moment when Thor arrives in Wakanda.
Also, when Thor makes the thing, makes the axe.
But even then, it's not quite a we're so. You don't feel like it's a we're so back moment. You don't see him get it until
Schrodinger's we're so
until
back.
he arrives, and then it's a we're so back.
Yes,
and then. Like it's oh my god, we're so over. It's so over. It's so over. Oh my god, Thor just almost has just killed Thanos. We're so back, and then Thanos kills everyone. It's so over, and then and it's the same thing. Like if you look at Avengers 1, Avengers 1's whole thing is there's just things happen. Like fighting is happening, but you can't tell you can't really chart the winning and losing of the battle in Avengers
Except you
1.
can't. Okay, well, when you get to the battle, no, you can't.
Yeah,
but before then, you do have Loki comes. Loki takes over several people's minds.
Yeah,
it's so over.
But
Loki gets captured.
But
we're so bad.
But the whole thing of that is that like
the whole
it's all Loki. Everything that's happening, like up until the final battle, is in Loki's plan.
Mm-hmm.
So it's so over. When you
it's
think
just
about
that they
it,
don't know how
it's just they don't know. They think they're back. They think they're back, but it's over.
Right.
Whereas the endgame battle is literally like it's so over. We're so back.
I love how
down.
I'm just entertaining this entire segment because it's funny.
And
at this point, it's just try and describe every film.
I don't know because I
think it is.
I don't think so. Uncut Gems, I will give you. Is,
Lord of the Rings. Gandalf comes to town.
No, but see,
we're so back. Bilbo seems a little bit off. It's so
we're
over.
so back. We fucking hate Bilbo.
okay.
We're so...
Audience listeners, I just want to share.
Gandalf is so bad.
Before we get off this segment, I want to share one last little bit of trauma. So when I tried to get Tom to watch Lord of the Rings,
story.
No, the people have to know. When I tried to get Tom to watch Lord of the Rings, this motherfucker said, "Can we do it in chronological order?" And then I was like, "What do you mean by that?" And then he meant full chest. What I mean by this is, can we watch all of the Hobbit movies before we watch Lord of the Rings?
Yeah, because they were shit, so we were going to watch them first to get them out of the way.
Or you just never watch them.
That was not an option.
What do you mean that was not an option?
Because I wanted to watch both. I wanted to watch the whole... Like, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do the whole thing. You want to just
do all together. But you know what? At least you end with Return of the King versus ending with Battle of the Five Armies.
Yeah.
Fine.
Imagine doing a Star Wars rewatch now.
I can.
You end on Rise of Skywalker.
I'd be upset.
It's so over. I'm going to blast my fucking head off with a shotgun.
I'm going to clone myself multiple times and then take over the galaxy in 100 years or something.
Yeah.
And then I'll make people make TV shows to explain why I did that.
Why did he hide a bunch of like Death Star Destroyers?
Why is Snoke even a version of him? That's another question. Because Moff Gideon seems perfectly capable of cloning people post episode 6, and pre episode 7, and giving in a pristine way,
and giving them force sensitive.
And Emperor Palpatine was in charge of Jango Fett's cloning for years.
It's meant to be harder. It's meant to be harder to clone a Jedi, which is
sensitive people. But even then, how do you get Snoke out of that? How do you get this weird little fucking guy?
Why is he huge?
Yeah, why is he big?
What was the again? This is a Rian Johnson. The problem with Rian Johnson's. The one problem I have with
I love how we're supposed to be on point. The one problem
I have with The Last Jedi is that he. In his subverting expectations thing,
right?
He just throws Snoke to the side, and it's like, well, if some of us were interested in what that was, like I get that there was a group of people who were like, oh, he's just going to be Palpatine again, and we're kind of bored of that, so we'll throw him aside. And yes, realistically, episode 7 shouldn't have had a Snoke figure. It should have just been Kylo Ren and Hux as a younger
I know it was
on.
way too optimistic of me, aged like 15 or whatever, to think, Snoke is actually Darth Plagueis.
It would have been,
but that is actually more interesting than anything.
Yeah, it would have been. But I think,
but you also would have had a lot of people being like, "Who the fuck is Darth Plagueis?"
Well, yeah, but
understandably so.
But all they would need is like a scene of him explaining, like of him saying, "I'm who."
Honestly, it would have connected all of the trilogy, like because in the same way that original script by the Jurassic World guy did a better job at connecting the trilogies together because he did stuff on Coruscant. It would have connected the trilogies together because you would have had like the iconic, like, have you ever heard of Darth Plagueis the Wise scene from episode 3, and you could have even like put that in as like the intro bit.
Yeah, something like, or like just have it that like, he actually did find the secret to immortality. It's just not as it's not as like graceful as being immortal you'd think it is, and you end up as this kind of fucked up husk.
Yeah, it's like a be careful what
you're
you
basically
wish for.
puppeting your own dead body around, which is what Snoke looks like. Which
is extra cool because if you think, because even if you're J.J. Abrams, that would be cool. Because if you just want to go back to, Jedis are just space wizards, then cool. You have a Sith that is a necromancer at that point. A
self-necromancer.
Yeah, like that is really like, the Sith are space wizards evil mode.
Yeah.
To an extreme. But anyway, 8 Ball.
But 8 Ball.
8 Ball.
So I think
8 Ball, were we right about all of the things that we just rambled about? Very doubtful. Understandable. Fair enough. True. We're chatting shit. Right.
All right. Just in case.
Just in case what?
Just in case.
Just in case what?
Just in case that doesn't fit at all.
It's not going to fit at all. But it's a podcast.
Oh yeah.
What do you mean? All right. But anyway, the 5-act structure,
yeah.
right? So we have exposition, we have rising action, we have climax, we have falling action, we have resolution. Right? We're still in the exposition stage.
Yeah, we are. Which is that we need to get him to the point where he's going to make the suit, and to commit crime to fuel his gambling addiction.
I think we're going to basically have Act 1. So the exposition basically ends where he's like, you know what, Justin Hammer is a little bitch, but maybe he's right. Maybe I can win loads of money.
Yeah.
I'm going to bet all of my $10,000 that I just earned.
I'm going to bet it all on black.
And maybe all my life savings. And I'm going to bet it on black.
Yeah.
You know what? He tries. No,
maybe he bets it all on red, loses it.
But here's I like the idea that he's even at the roulette table in the first place. Because he just won his money in pool.
Yeah.
And then he's like, fuck it. And then he goes for the most notorious game for it being rigged by a casino possible, bets it on black because he's 8 Ball.
Yeah.
Right? And then the house always wins, right? And then he loses all his money.
Yeah.
8 Ball, what do you think? The reply is no.
He bets it all on red then. Okay.
He bets it all on red. And that's the idea, is that he should... I'm going to ask again now. 8 Ball immediately responded with ask again later.
Yeah, and it's now later.
We need it now, 8 Ball. 8 Ball now. The outlook is not so good. And
for him. Because he loses all his money.
8 Ball. Yes.
I can interpret what God's message is.
8 Ball bets red. Outlook not so good.
So, from there... I think he's then like, well, I need to commit some crime I need to get my fucking money up.
I can't get it. No, we have a little montage where it's like him shopping around with different engineering companies that are in the MCU.
Yeah.
Where it's like, Pym doesn't want him right now. Because it's like, you got fired from Hammer Tech.
Yeah.
How did you get fired from Hammer Tech? That is the lowest,
and
the
he's
lowest.
Trying to explain.
No, Justin Hammer just fired me because I gamble on the weekends. You gamble on the weekends?
Yeah.
They don't even bother hiring him, right? And then he's like, this is bullshit. This is prejudice. This is prejudice against my beliefs as an independent American citizen. What do we think about that, Abel?
Without doubt. That's
okay,
that's
great,
brilliant.
Great.
So,
hiring montage.
I think we still keep the Spider-Man we've got Spider-Man as our like antagonist. What if he's teaming up with some of the people that were in the Vulture's crew or even teaming up with the Vulture.
Do you remember that? I can't remember which film it's in, but do you remember that sequence in one of the Spider-Man movies where there are a bunch of bank robbers that are just wearing Iron Man 4 and Hulk masks?
Mm.
Which you'll know, you'll remember. Which movie was that?
That's Homecoming.
Right. And why was that?
Why was
why were they doing that?
You never found out why they would. But
just random.
But
criminals.
they were using the tech that the Vulture was the Vulture.
So the Vulture had sold them the tech, and then okay. So what I want to propose is that one of those guys is 8-Ball.
When is this set? Because I thought this was then being set later on.
Yeah, but now counterpoint, no. So Justin Hammer has just got out of jail. It's recent, right?
Yeah.
And then he fires 8-Ball, and all of these things happens, and then 8-Ball.
But I don't think 8-Ball's I don't think 8-Ball has the money to be buying the tech.
He puts it on loan.
No, I think that. I think if anything, he's working with that crew of people.
So they're now more skilled and more advanced because they've now had a fight with Spider-Man.
Well, I think that
they live to tell the tale.
The way I see it is that if this is set a bit later,
right?
Say maybe after Endgame.
Tony Stark is dead.
Tony Stark is dead, and I think a lot of people, because of the way that when people returning get let out of prison.
Oh, and that's partly why Justin Hammer has been let out of prison, is because there's an overcrowding problem.
And one of them is the Vulture.
Right, but Sony's a bit busy with the Vulture right now. I don't know if we got
but what we can do is we can retcon that bit of him disappearing into him, that being him just being dusted away.
And then he reappears.
And then he reappears at the...
It's like, oh man, I had this crazy dream.
Yeah.
I was talking to Jared Leto. And he looked a bit like a goth.
That's a different Vulture from a different universe.
Yeah, it was a dream. It was a dream sequence. It never happened.
Yes,
because that doesn't even change the stakes of the Sony universe. No, because that never happened.
No, because we've killed them all.
That meaningless.
We've killed them all. Remember, we've killed all of the Sonyverse.
Oh yeah, but even in then, it doesn't disrupt the continuity if that never happened.
Yeah. So anyway, I think he's teaming up with some. I think he's making the Sinister Six.
Of the Marvel Cinematic Universe,
yeah, but he's kind of stumbling into.
He calls it the Mighty 8.
That's not even
Magic 8. Something 8.
You understand? That it's called the Sinister Six because begins with S's,
I know,
right?
But I like the idea that 8-Ball is trying to pitch it that it's a team that goes is surrounded around him.
Well,
and then two of them get killed off.
And then it's the Sinister Six.
And it's the Sinister Six, so they're trying to constantly pitch different names.
So we need to pick our...
What do you think about that, 8-Ball? I'm just going to cut you off and ask 8-Ball. Concentrate and ask.
Yeah,
it told me it was so weak that it was like, no.
Yeah. So I think he's just stumbling his way into the Sinister Six. I don't
right.
So I think it's 8-Ball.
Mm-hmm.
It's Vulture.
Right.
I think we can look at the Scorpion, who was Matt Gargan, dude from Far Cry 3.
When?
He's in Homecoming.
Is he?
Look up Scorpion Homecoming.
All right. Oh, is he talking to that guy in jail? It's that guy in jail, right.
So I think it's him.
Okay.
That's 3 people.
Sure.
I think we can
I think in order for that... Sinister Six is interesting. I just wouldn't have it be his immediate go-to.
No, it's not.
I would have it be like he does a couple of solos, he gets arrested, he then joins the Sinister Six.
I don't know. I think that it's less of him joining the Sinister he's accidentally assembling a crew of guys to rob something.
Yeah.
And
so he's like, okay, right, who's the best guy? Who are the best people in town to get this money?
Yeah, like Vulture's our getaway guy who's going to literally pick us up.
I quite like this because I think all of the reason why all of these characters, like the Vulture and Scorpion, would be motivated to talk to someone like this, who is essentially a guy that has no criminal background, is because he just happens to know the like missile propulsion systems. So he's just specialized in being able to like. It's like, hey kid, can you make a fucking silly, goofy ass catapult that can get us into this building? That kind of shit. Where it's like, can you get us from A to B through your weird engineering bullshit? Oh, you can. Interesting. But I think it should be something from the comics for 8-Ball.
What about
like the 8-Ball?
Big Wheel.
Oh yes, Big Wheel. Like the Big Wheel from the comics. The fucking
pinwheel man. So I think he's assembling like.
Isn't Big Wheel like? Doesn't he like? I might be mixing them up, but is he the one that absolutely hates crime, but then accidentally becomes Big Wheel?
I can't remember. I don't know his backstory.
I mean, it's fine. We can change the backstory anyway, I guess. But
that's what I'm saying. Is I think that he's.
Wait, hold on. 8-Ball. What do we think of Big Wheel?
Oh no, this is going to be heartbreaking.
What do we think about Big Wheel, 8-Ball? Yes.
Yes. Okay. Big
right. Wheel. Yes. I've never been more eager to write something down.
Yeah. So who do we have now? We have Vulture, Scorpion.
Right. Big Wheel.
8-Ball.
8-Ball. That's 4.
That's 4.
Sinister 4.
So we need 2 more.
2 more. Mysterio.
I don't think. I think he's dead. He's dead by this point.
Venom. Rhino.
No, because you've just had Rhino in Kraven.
Have we? Oh yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh
dear.
Electro. No, again, I want to steer clear of the main Sinister Six from.
Right. Okay.
Like,
you want a whole new Sinister Six?
Weird Sinister Six group.
Are there any MCU villains that are underutilized? Bullseye, but that's
more Daredevil.
That's more Daredevil now. Yeah. The Mandarin for no reason.
No.
Just bring him back in. Put him in.
No, he's busy in Wonder Man.
He's busy in Wonder Man. He's reformed. He's in Actor again.
I'm thinking of like others like side Spider-Man villain. What's the fucking Speedball? That fucking streamer.
He's a hero. In the comics, he's a hero that accidentally kills people and then goes to jail and then is like an anti-hero.
Right.
So he's still very like, if anything, he's like a weird like punitive like self-flagellation punishing character after Civil War.
Okay.
Weirdly, so he is very much like, he is not a villain. He is like a guy who fucked up badly, but it's still like actually I try and do good things.
Bank robbers. Tombstone.
Which one is Tombstone again?
Tombstone's the one that's got like impenetrable skin that's like pale.
Right. Is he kind of like Luke Cage but evil?
Yeah.
Oh, he's that guy who's in the Spider-Man
show that came out. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So you don't actually have to.
You don't really need to give him personality as well. You can just be like, that's just the weird pale man with filed down teeth.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Because he's and then
I'm gonna blow up and act like I don't know nobody.
And then Miles Morales' uncle.
Oh, what's his name?
Aaron Davis.
What's his Prowler.
And then the Prowler.
Oh, and it's Donald Glover.
Yeah.
Well, I'm immediately sold. It's Donald Glover. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so 8-Ball.
No.
8-Ball, I'm begging you, 8-Ball.
You're going to get a no.
8-Ball. We have a Sinister Six team up with Big Wheel. You liked Big Wheel. Remember this, 8-Ball. Vulture.
Yeah.
Prowler. Scorpion.
Lover.
A Juggernaut. 8-Ball.
Yeah.
Who else was in there? Tombstone. 8-Ball.
Prowler. Scorpion. Vulture.
Big Wheel. What do you think, 8-Ball?
Most likely. Okay, very good.
Yeah, so that's a win. That's a win.
All right.
That's a win.
Let's go. Okay, so I have a suggestion.
Right.
They're doing a heist.
Okay. Do you remember they're already doing a heist?
No. The whole thing is that he's assembling this group of people to do a heist, and he's going to steal from the damage control deep storage vault You know, the one that Spider-Man in Homecoming gets trapped in. God, your memory's shit. In Homecoming, he goes into that.
I love how good your memory
Listen,
shit.
listen.
No. I've just watched 138 films this year, and I haven't seen Homecoming in about 2 years. There's quite a few.
In Homecoming, right?
Okay.
He goes in. Spider-Man goes into the truck, and then gets trapped in the truck. And then when he wakes up, he's in this giant fuck off warehouse. Which
is the Vulture place, right?
No, the Vulture. No? It's not the Vulture. Look it up. You'll recognize it instantly.
Wait, I might. Is it the bit where he like? What is it? What is it called?
Homecoming again? Damage Control Vault.
Lava chicken. Yeah, I vaguely remember that.
They're trying to steal from there.
What is that again? Is that basically like where you've put all the 2012 at New York?
It's where all of the like alien artifacts get like cut. It's essentially, you know, like in Indiana Jones Area 51.
It's kind of like the new Area 51 after New York.
Yeah, it's where they put all of their shit.
So if this is post Endgame, I would say that this storage facility that was originally for 2012 Incursion, suddenly also now becomes everything that happened just slightly upstate at the Avengers facility is now being stored here.
Mm. And their whole thing is, well, I'm sure Thanos' ship probably has some sick technology in there. Mm. Let's go get some of it.
Yeah. They try and get some of it.
Yeah.
They fail.
It's like, yeah.
But, I think they get in there and everyone else gets arrested bar 8 Ball.
Why?
I don't know. Okay, maybe not that bit, but what I do want is the idea that the 8 Ball, who already understands propulsion technology, sees the capabilities of like Thanos tech with propulsion technology, and that's how he can get away with his 8 Ball stuff. So his ball.
No, I'm suggesting
his ball in the comics is free
suggesting
Thanos tech.
I'm suggesting this as the climax of the movie.
Yeah, I agree, but like we have it where it's like 8 Ball now has become. This is how 8 Ball becomes 8 Ball. True.
No, he's 8 Ball. He's got to be 8 Ball.
No, he is 8 Ball, but he is now the 8 Ball.
Right. Okay.
He is the 8 Ball with the pull cue that can make you go boom.
Yeah, and it's like going from the shit Daredevil costume to the actual good Daredevil costume.
To the actual comic accurate Daredevil costume, where it's like here is. Or like even in Spider-Man Homecoming, where it's like here is the homemade shit costume. Oh right, here is the Spider-Man costume. Here is the 8 Ball, I am a criminal who's vaguely trying to like learn the basics of being a criminal costume. Here is the I'm 8 Ball with Thanos level propulsion technology 8 Ball.
Yeah.
Right? So at the end of the movie, whatever happens in this storage facility, he escapes with some of it, which means that he can at least make a pull cue that goes boom.
Yeah.
And maybe can fly in a fucking 8 Ball.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah.
I love, sure. 8 Ball, is that true?
I genuinely like...
8 Ball, is that true? Yes. Okay, good.
Okay.
Thanos propulsion technology.
So yeah, I think the whole movie is just him getting this group of people together and being like, hey, look, when I was working at Hammertech, we were buying technology from the government.
Right.
From this damage control vault, but at like a fucking premium.
Yeah.
Because the government's trying to make money off of this thing.
Yeah.
And we were getting sold the stuff that was like from 2012. When there's new stuff.
And then Vulture's like, there was a whole other crash, man.
Yeah,
and they're still giving us the 2012 kit.
Yeah. And so he's like, well, you know, you tried to steal like a truckload of that stuff once.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the entire vault. We obviously can't steal everything from there, but we can steal enough.
Whatever's in there is going to at least break the market.
Yeah,
because
you need me because I know what to look for, whereas you guys would
is this the Vulture saying this? Or is this
that's
8 Ball.
That's 8 Ball saying you need me for this because I know what's in. I know what would.
I think with that dynamic, Vulture would be the one that basically co-signs him.
Yeah.
So like everyone else would be like, this kid is a fucking idiot, and then Vulture would be like, unfortunately, he does.
Yeah.
He does have a coherent plan here, and we could use him. And he's like, all right. You can come in, April. We can have a team. And then someone says a stupid joke about it being the Sinister Six plus April.
Well, I think that the
Sinister Five.
The
plus
end of
April.
it is that like they're kind of quite swiftly taken down by Spider-Man.
Oh yeah, because Spider-Man's here, and
Yeah.
Spider-Man is here
Yes,
without a doubt.
Yes.
Without a doubt.
and I think the end of the movie is that like that Spider-Man catches them,
Yes.
and
Does Spider-Man no.
Spider-Man.
Imagine
but
asking
like,
April,
but April,
does the movie end?
I think part of the idea is that like the twist even could be
Yeah.
that 8-Ball has set up everyone else to get caught by Spider-Man so that he can get away with the tech that he wants.
And he turns to them and they're like, "Why did you do this?" And he says, "I've learnt my lesson from today. The house always wins."
Yeah.
And then he leaves.
Mm.
And then they berate him for that being a shit overused line.
Yeah.
Cinema.
I think that's
Cinema.
I think that's it.
I think that's great because
8-Ball
all we
is at
basically
it.
said is that
8-Ball is at it.
8-Ball is a gambling addict. 8-Ball gambles a bit, loses money,
Yeah, needs to get more money.
needs to get more money,
Has a genius idea.
has a genius idea, pitches it to what will become the Sinister Six maybe
Yeah.
one day. Sinister Six breaks in. 8-Ball has his own plan, is that he is with Spider-Man. And then I think the one thing about this is that Spider-Man would never agree to like fully team up with 8-Ball.
Oh no, he doesn't know.
So Spider-Man would go, okay, there's this nefarious guy called 8-Ball who's trying to do over his own teammates.
I don't think Spider-Man knows that that one of the crew members is giving him the tip off.
Right.
I think that he's like, hey man, I've heard.
I think what happens at the end is Spider-Man's like, I caught you all, and then he's like, hey, wait, where's the other guy?
Yeah.
And then the other guy is 8-Ball, who was
And
scarpered off.
And then it's like is it Ocean's 11 where they've secretly already stolen the money?
Sure.
Yeah. And then
that's the reveal.
and then the final shot is like from Silence of the Lambs. It's 8-Ball walking off into the crowd as the camera pans away.
Oh,
but you can still see
he's
him
on call with Spider-Man being like,
listen to me, Spider-Man.
I got you in a little trap here, Spider-Man.
It was me, Spider-Man.
And then he walks off into the New York City streets.
Yeah.
And then it says 8-Ball will return.
Yeah. Is that it? Is that the end?
I actually think that might be
Is that the
it.
end, 8-Ball?
Is that the end, 8-Ball?
Of course it's not.
It's because we got the end credits.
We have the end credits.
We got the end credits. Outlook not so good.
Okay,
so we got the end credits.
So
of course.
one thing I was thinking of,
right,
for this final season,
yeah,
is that all of our end credits should be building towards Doomsday and Secret Wars.
Fascinating. Right. Okay. Quickly look through the episodes. Who can 8-Ball bump into?
No,
because I think one of the key problems with our finale is that none of these fucking characters will know each other. So half the time you have to be doing, how did we know?
All right, click on Excel.
Right. So okay. So it has to be someone who is in this universe. So 616.
Yes.
So we got Reptile, which would make sense because of Hammer Tech, but that's about it.
Yeah, but
Glyph. And then we got the Hazarev.
No, they're dead.
They're dead. Sick. And then we got Nebula.
Not likely.
Metal, who is dead. Did we kill off Metal?
Yeah, we did. We kill off Metal 10 seconds away from the end of the episode.
That's so funny.
I literally turn around and go,
so funny.
fuck it, what if he dies? And then you go, yeah, that's fine.
That's so funny. Okay.
Yeah. But because of
Captain
Metal's...
Britain is alive. I don't know how those two characters would connect, but that's part of the thing. Is that we gotta do some quick adjustments, much like the MCU in the current year after Brave New World, where it's like the mastermind guy at the end of Brave New World basically had the same fucking monologue as Kylo Ren, being like, "There is an awakening. I can feel it."
Yeah,
it had that same vibe to it. In my opinion.
I think, if anything,
Champion of the Universe.
No, because he's not. I think
they've got the same vibe. Put it that way. They've at least got the same comedic vibe. John Cena, Champion of the Universe.
I think
and
Captain
April.
Britain makes the most, because our Captain Britain's a villain now. Remember?
Is he?
Yes. He became king and was fucking corrupted by the like Ebony Blade.
Oh, it's kind of like he's kind of temporarily a villain, right? Is the idea that he's been corrupted?
No,
and then maybe he gets a redemption arc. I thought that was the idea, is that he gets a redemption arc at the end.
We didn't discuss that.
I don't know, man. It's been a while.
It's also missing the two in between Red Guardian and Kang Dynasty, but...
Mr. Gideon. Red Guardian.
Oh, Mr. Gideon.
So he's talking to...
Dean Norris.
Dean Norris. So Dennis from Always Sunny is talking to Dean Norris, a.k.a. Hank from Breaking Bad. And they're like...
I had a team once.
You know what? I think they just go to the same bar.
Yeah. Like in
Incredible Hulk. Incredible Hulk.
Yeah.
Or so they either do the Incredible Hulk go in the same bar, or what does 8-Ball do immediately after winning at the end of this movie? Let's bet on this. He gambles.
Oh, he's at the casino,
and then
he sees
who
him.
else is at the casino? Mr. Gideon.
And then
who is also maybe needing a break in Atlantic City and taking a weekend off.
And they come to the conclusion that, hey man, Spider-Man is small fry in this thing. You want to make some real money.
You got to beat up the Hulk.
No, there's some bounties. There's some bounties on the Avengers. Like if you can kill the Avengers, even though they're not an official team.
Is Mr. Gideon a good guy or a bad guy?
No, he's a bad guy. He wants to kill Thor, doesn't he?
Oh yeah, we changed it so that instead of wanting to kill Hulk because Hulk killed his parents or whatever the fuck, we changed it from that to he wants to kill Thor because the little machine in Thor 1 killed his parents,
something like that,
in New Mexico.
Yeah,
that was what was going on.
Yeah. So yeah, I think that they're hatching a scheme to try and kill the main Avengers.
Right. Meaningless, but good.
Yeah.
Okay. Abel, do you like that? Abel, please like that. Without a doubt.
All right,
he loves it.
We're done. We're done. Thank you, Abel.
All right. We finally tackled the one and only
8-Ball.
8-Ball. He's actually kind of a cool character.
As stupid as he is.
As stupid as he is, it does actually make perfect sense that you have a character that is a gambling addict who likes missile propulsion technology.
I mean,
like that genuinely does connect. Like those two stupid story origins do make sense for a character that's based around a pool game, which is just wild to think about. What are you doing there? What are you doing? Just randomly fiddling?
I am fiddling.
Right, and with that,
remember, guys,
always gamble.
Always gamble.
Always gamble.
Gamble responsibly, gamble.
Gamble a lot. Don't gamble responsibly.
Don't gamble and drive.
Quitters never win.
Drink.
Quitters never win. You should drink and drive, and then if you ever get into missile propulsion technology, you should misuse that. Fly and drive.
Drink and fly.
Drink and fly.
Drink and gamble.
Soar through the sky, drink and fly, always gamble.
Have you ever known the joy of gambling on a few beers?
Yeah, exactly.
No, because I'm ballsy. I'll take no shit.
That should be his line. That should be his line. No, Mr. Gideon's like, I think we should kill the Avengers, and then April says, yeah, I'm ballsy.
Yeah. All right. See you next week.
Abel, you must love that. Bye-bye.